9 ways to lose weight for super lazy people. It always seems like summer sneaks up on us faster than we're ready for. If you want to skip on the gym and still lose those extra pounds quick and effortlessly, then you'll like what we have in store for you. Tighten your belt. A lot of us have pretty much zero self-control when it comes to having a plate of delicious food in front of us. But when you don't set certain limits for yourself, things quickly snowball out of control, and you can end up with unwanted pounds. But there is a really simple and practical approach you can use to change the situation for the better. Just tie a ribbon around your waist before every meal. When you feel it becoming too tight, that's the signal for you to stop eating. There you go. No more overeating. It's as easy as that. Drink from tall glasses. We get a surprisingly large part of the calories we need, not from food, but from drinks. That's why whenever you're putting together a healthy menu for yourself, you shouldn't forget about beverages. And don't worry about just drinking water or sugar-free stuff. All you have to do is drink what you like from a tall glass. Seems paradoxical, I know. Let me explain. 1 cup of juice contains about 130 calories and about 20 grams of sugar. You can cut this amount down if you drink it from a tall glass. That's because, on average, we pour 20 to 30% less liquid into tall, thin glasses than we do short ones. Try this psychological trick out, and you'll definitely see a difference. Eat with a timer. Another good way to avoid overeating is to set a timer for every meal you have. These days, almost everybody has an insanely busy schedule. And when you rush while you're eating, you're bound to overeat. This happens because your brain just doesn't have enough time to get the signal from your stomach when it's actually full. So, whenever you're about to sit down to a meal, set a timer for 20 minutes and try to eat slowly. You can also combine this trick with a couple of others, but we'll talk about it a bit later. What matters is that with this approach, you'll already be full by eating just half of your plate. Not bad, right? Take hot baths. Researchers from England's Loughborough University have made a very interesting discovery. Hot water doesn't just help you relax, it can also make you lose weight. During their studies, they found that 1 hour spent in a hot bath burns around 130 calories. That's basically the same amount you lose after walking for 30 minutes. Plus, your blood sugar levels decrease by 10%. Just one more reason to pamper yourself with a hot bubble bath. Always keep a bowl of fruit on the table. You know what they say, out of sight, out of mind. Well, the same goes the other way around. Try to keep a bowl of fruit on your kitchen counter or table at all times. Scientists have found that when you constantly see healthy foods, you program yourself to eat healthier. It's sort of like eating with your eyes. That's why this approach works with not just real fruit and vegetables, but even pictures too. Try subscribing to healthy diet groups on social media. They can give you some scrumptious ideas and inspire you to diversify your menu. Sit at the end of the table. It might sound strange, but even your place at the table can make a difference when it comes to your weight. It's pure logic. When you sit at a table surrounded by extremely tempting foods, it's almost impossible not to eat them. But if you sit at the end of the table, you're likely to skip out on certain foods simply because they're harder to reach. The true lazy bones out there know what I'm talking about. This trick is especially good for holidays or dinner parties, where there's always a huge banquet sprawled out on the table. And when everybody else is complaining about feeling bloated and weighed down after dinner, you'll be sitting pretty, thanks to this secret weapon. Do something rewarding before eating. We all know the satisfying feeling of blowing out the candles on our birthday cake or popping open a bottle of champagne on New Year's. The food that comes along with certain traditions usually seems a little tastier, doesn't it? Well, researchers from the University of Minnesota think so too. If you've decided to follow a healthy diet and be more conscientious about what you eat, try to do something nice before having a meal. It can be anything that brings you joy and puts a smile on your face. Even then, that saltless, butterless steamed broccoli will seem like the best food ever. Cut food into small pieces. Another great way to trick yourself into eating less is to cut your food into small pieces. This will give your brain the impression that there's more on the plate than there actually is. Thanks to this, you'll feel full much faster and won't overeat. Using a smaller plate or replacing your silverware with chopsticks works the same way. And if you combine this method with the timer trick we mentioned earlier, you'll get even better results. Use your imagination. You'll really like this discovery from Carnegie Mellon University. Scientists there claim that an imaginary lunch helps us eat less in actual life. In their study, it turned out that the people who imagined eating M&Ms ended up eating less than other participants of the experiment. So that means there's no harm in daydreaming about mouth-watering meatballs, donuts, or soft chocolate chip cookies. Have you ever used tricks like these to lose weight? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.